Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Dira It Yourself with Lisikha. Today I'll be doing a video on Feng Shui 101, the basics, just explaining what Feng Shui is all about. I thought this was a helpful video to just give you an idea of what it's about and to just understand where it comes from and so forth. Words Feng and Shui. Feng means wind, Shui means water. And Feng Shui actually comes from, it's linked to an ancient poem that spoke about human life and how it's interrelated with nature and how it flows with nature. And kind of reminded me of a word called ukama in Shona. I don't know if I'm saying it right, Ukama. And it talks about how a person is because of their ancestors and the future generations and the people around them as well, and also extends it further by relating them to the environment. So it's similar to Ubuntu kind of, but with a more environmental ethics angle, if I can call it that. So when I heard this about Feng Shui, it reminded me of Ukama. But anyway, Feng Shui is thousands of years old. It was used for designing cities in Chinese civilizations, also designing of homes, and it's rooted in astrology. And an interesting thing about Feng Shui is that it's actually found that ancient burial plots were aligned to the stars. So when I heard this, I was like, this is great. So that's just a bit of history behind Feng Shui. So Feng Shui is rooted in Taoist belief, or Taoism, Taoist, and Taoist belief pulls from the idea of the yin and the yang. So like a person or being has yin and yang, which are opposing forces that ultimately cannot be separated, but they can be balanced in order to improve flow of qi or positive qi, so as to just improve and maintain like good health, wealth, and relationships. So that's where Feng Shui comes from. So Feng Shui is like a practice which arranges pieces in living spaces so as to balance energy and natural harmony with the environment, and to create or improve the flow of qi within that particular living space. And lastly, I'm just going to be talking about the 3 principles in Feng Shui, which is the commanding position, the Bagua map, and the 5 elements. So these are things that are used in Feng Shui in order to ultimately achieve this goal of balancing of energy and harnessing of energy in order to improve certain areas in an individual or a family or a civilization's livelihood. So firstly, the commanding position. Now this is the position in a room or a home where you want to spend most of your time. It is usually diagonally opposite to the door of the room or the door of the house. And this position is never in line with the door. So you are always seeing the door when you're in this position, but not necessarily in front of it. And you would place certain items in this position. That would be your bed, your stove, your desk, for instance. I would also think like your couch. So it's a position that puts you as the person living in the home in a powerful position, almost in a way of you being able to control what comes into your home. The second principle that is used is the Bagua map. Bagua actually means 8 areas, and these 8 areas have to do with all your different parts of your life, and it's like wealth and relationships, family, and so forth. They're all around, the 8 areas are all around the center called the health center or the health area or Tai Chi. And the map is a 3x3 grid. Traditionally it was an octagon, but over time with the different schools in Feng Shui, it was adapted over time into a 3x3 grid. And ultimately that grid is used to harness certain energies or harness certain areas in your life and the energy within that area, and to activate that area and sort of bring positive energy into that aspect or that area in your life. So lastly, we have the final principle used by Feng Shui, which is the 5 elements, which is fire, wood, water, metal, and earth. So all these 5 elements are interrelated and ultimately act together in order to create a balance, and each element is actually associated to an area on the Bagua map. And the elements, if you want to activate a certain area in your life on the Bagua map, you would use the element associated with that area. Okay, so that is Feng Shui 101, the basics. I just thought it was helpful to just make sure that I sort of lay the land and explain what the Bagua map or what Feng Shui is really about. My next video will address the Bagua map in more detail and give exactly how to use it in your home and so forth. So please comment below, ask me questions, tell me what more you want to see when it comes to Feng Shui, and please importantly share with people whom you think might actually enjoy something like this. And lastly, please subscribe and like the video. Thank you.